Jeff Souls is indeed the superintendent, Blairsville-Saltsburg School District. Our conversation brought to you by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. We talked with them about a month ago as this was all, well, it wasn't just getting underway, but certainly the educational aspect of the plan for continuing ed at Blairsville-Saltsburg was. Now they're a month further along into it. Let's find out from him how it's going. Jeff, good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful, and it's good to have you with us. I guess have things settled down is not really the right approach to it, but how are things going within the Blairsville-Saltsburg School District with the educational plan?
I think things are going as good as can be expected. The families and the students and the families have sort of, I think, got it into their groove as far as doing that, as well as our teachers, are meeting at that medium as to what quality assignments look like opposed to quantity of assignments. And I think it's not the ideal situation for educating students, but in these times it's the best we can do, and I know everybody's putting their best effort forward.
I know that when we talked with you last time, you said there about 9 out of 10 students were already participating in the program, and it was just getting started. It really is a testament, isn't it, both to the adaptability of the students and the teachers as well to make this thing work.
And even more to the parents, I think, as far as that goes. But yes, I mean, this is a whole new learning curve for just us as public ed, for our students. I mean, they're used to coming in and seeing their teachers, face to face. So doing a lot of this over the internet or the computer and so forth, this is a learning curve, and it's probably a lot more stress on the parent than it is the students because they are so technologically literate and comfortable using that medium.
One of the concerns for every school district in Indiana County is that we're so rural, and one of the first things that almost every district did was do a survey to find out, well, how available is broadband within your district, and therefore what can we do for those students who aren't equipped for broadband education. So how has it worked with you?
We do have a number of families that do have the broadband, but we still have some without. We have probably the majority have internet access, but it's not as reliable as we would want, or it has the download speed that is needed for online learning. So we're still doing a lot of packets and getting those out. We're also going to see the care grants coming out, and that's something that we could possibly use to boost up some of our technology and accessibility for those parents as well. So that's something definitely we're talking about in our contingency plan as we move forward and see what's going to happen for next year as well.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that you say that because that CARES Act can be applied in any number of ways, and in a school application, it would seem to be that would be one of the number one ways that people want to apply that because obviously needs are being exposed here with this pandemic.
Absolutely. The state did a nice job. They went to the feds, and I believe they got around $535 million. And they're going to break that out to the districts in the way of their Title I funding. So it's a set amount. So we're hopefully getting a little over $300,000 that we could move towards some of that technology, as well as some of the other avenues that we're allowed to spend that on.
Let's talk a little bit about the feedback that you've gotten from the educational efforts. First, from the teachers. I'm sure that some of them have come to you and said, this worked well for us, and maybe this didn't work as well as we thought. Tell me about what the teachers are saying.
We're getting positive feedback. I think the teachers have really done a nice job reaching out and talking to parents and talking to students and making that connection. I think what we definitely identified is that there is still a learning curve, that we need to provide some more professional development and to bring more people up on speed on utilizing the technology and the different applications there are out there to make this a smooth transition from the classroom to the online learning. But I would say overall it's been positive from the parent or from the teachers aspect of it.
And the parents, because I'm sure that they've let you know if they have concerns as well.
It's we get some mixed concerns there every now and then. I mean, we do have, parents that have multiple children, and they're working as well from home, and they're trying to assist their children with learning as well. So it has been stressful for some parents and so forth, and some parents have really taken to it, and they really enjoy this. So we got both ends of the spectrums there. And again, once this is over, we're probably looking to survey and get some more feedback from the parents, because as moving forward, as we build our plan for next year, we're going to need to know how we could improve and what didn't work as well for some students and parents. So that'll be our next thing once we move through this the middle of the month here.
We're talking with Blairsville-Saltsburg School District Superintendent Jeff Souls. I wouldn't guess that there's much difference in what you're hearing from one end of the district to the other. Is there the Blairsville end and the Salzburg end? Pretty much everything is about the same reactions?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, the same concerns are, all parents, students have the same concerns.
We are within a month, actually, of the end of the academic year, and obviously you feel so bad for the seniors because this was their last chance, their last prom, their last time together in the classrooms. They probably never even got to say goodbye as they normally would have, the sports seasons and everything. That has to be awfully difficult for them, and yet we know that they're young and they'll buck up. But the younger students as well. It's been a great adjustment period for them.
Oh, absolutely. It's like we said, this was a whole new learning process for all of us. My generation, we've never lived through anything like this. I mean, I think the last time they canceled school like this was during World War II. Yeah. So, this is something that's totally foreign to us. So it's definitely upsetting as far as those students not being able to get the extracurriculars and the finals goodbyes as normally would be done. But hopefully through our process, we're going to have an admin meeting today to actually start coming up with some of the graduations and what we can do, what we cannot do, and hopefully try to make it as memorable as possible for those kids.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. What do we know about graduation? And obviously those plans are still in process, huh?
Well, we already set some dates in June and July. If it doesn't work out, but we're going to try to stick with the May 28th date and try to do some social distancing and try to be creative and unique in how we get the audience there and how we present this and so forth. Hopefully the weather's good so we can utilize some outdoor venue to do this. So, I don't want. I know our principals are working along with our senior leadership class officers and developing some really nice plans to try to be creative to give them that experience, or at least that time that they need to walk across the stage and get their diploma and so forth.
Do you think I would be wrong to say you're going to have a really, really busy summer in terms of working with your other superintendents and sort of throwing everything into the mix, finding out what went well and what maybe we could work on cooperatively, and just the various issues that have come up through all of this about education in today's environment?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And Mr. Vukovic up there at Indiana, he's done a great job, and he's already sort of got the ball rolling with the crew as far as talking about what next year looks like and different plans we could discuss and so forth. But the big thing we sit here and wait for is we need the direction from the state and knowing what they want to do. We can put 20 different plans together, but if the state comes out and says, we got to go this direction, then we got to go that direction. So, I'm really hoping that the legislators, the governor, the Department of Ed all come together and sort of get their plan down as to, is this something we need to look at a hybrid model? Do we need to look at the social distancing, cutting classes in half, and meeting on a A-B schedule or a odd and even day schedule and so forth would be beneficial. We just need some direction from the state as far as what they want us to do and what they're thinking this is going to look like for the 2021 school year.
Yeah, school board must have to watch this pretty interested as well. They're going to have to move pretty quick with some decisions, aren't they?
Absolutely. And our board, they're right along with us the whole way. They're involved. They'll do what's right for kids. They'll do what's best for kids. But yeah, we just need a direction. As we start the next school year, are we going to be held to what we're normally held to by PD, or are we going to have that flexibility of the cyber charter school moving forward as to attendance and enrollment and so forth?
We expect that we'll have you on the air at least with one more time before the end of the school year, or at least soon after, as we talk with you again in June. But as you look forward into the summer at what you have done in the past in terms of feeding programs for students, I know that there are school districts that continue feeding programs all season, all through the off year or the off time heading into the next school year. What's the Blairsville-Saltsburg approach to summer feeding?
We did apply for the summer feeding program, and again, we normally do that because we host the Evergreen Club for the summer. So we normally have students on campus all summer long. So we do have the summer program and the feeding program in that. We're just waiting to see what that's going to look like. We've been in contact with Mr. Janisak up there at the club, and they're moving full steam ahead. But they're just waiting to see what they're permitted to do and what not to do. But yes, we're going to continue with our summer feeding.
Have you gotten used to the quietness of the school district in that building?
It's a little rough. You come in every day, you don't get to see everybody that you normally see, and it is a little quiet, and quite honestly, it's been a lot more work without the kids here than when they are here. So, yeah. I'm anxious to get them back in the house and continue educating like we've done in the past.
Absolutely. Jeff Souls, Blairsville-Saltsburg School District Superintendent, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Have a great day. Have a great day.